Children, good morning. Today we will study chapter 2, that is population dynamics. So before starting the chapter, let us know what is the meaning of the word population. The word population means the number of organisms of the same species that live in a particular geographic area at the same time. Now, let us start population dynamics. So what is population dynamics? It is the study of the changing pattern of the population size, growth, and the distribution. It is a field of study that tracks the factors related to the changes in the population, such as fertility rate and life expectancy, means how long is the life. Predicting population changes is more important because it reveals demographic trends. Demography is the study of population, means how the population is changing, why the population is changing. So this demographic trends impact economic, social and environmental systems. An increase in human population can impact the quality of natural resources like biodiversity, air, land and water. This chapter focuses on various features of the population and the factors affecting it. This map is showing the population of the world. The population in the world has grown tremendously over the past 200 years. In the beginning of 1900, the global population was less than 1 billion, but now it stands at over 7 billion. A vast majority of this population lives in the developing countries. These countries like China, India, Brazil, all they comes under this category, that is developing countries. So it means they are still progressing. The world's population is spread unevenly across the globe with small concentration of large number of people living in a same area. You can see these countries have got vast population. Then, okay, this area, that is Greenland, has less population because of the severe climatic condition. It remains snow covered throughout the year. Arctic region, it remains covered, snow covered throughout the year, so population is less here also. Even in Antarctica, population is not there because Antarctica remains snow covered throughout the year. The world as a whole has more empty areas than crowded areas. You can see, as I've told you, Greenland is empty area, Arctic Circle is empty area, and Antarctic Circle is also an empty area, means without the population. This growth population has now slowed down. However, the happenings taking place in the future are difficult to predict. Like it was not predicted earlier that corona is going to come and affect the whole world. It will become a pandemic as it has become right now. So because of this, population is decreasing. Better healthcare will lead to a decline in the death rate, which could lead to an increase in the population. The spread of new diseases, on the other hand, could mean a decrease in the population. Like corona is a new disease. Nowadays, a new disease is the black fungus. Okay, so all these are responsible to decrease the population. As seen in the impact of AIDS in Africa, wars would also mean a decrease in population. Some have suggested that a zero population growth rate will occur in the early 2020s, but others think the global population will reach 10 billions by 2100. Therefore, it is important to study changes in the global population as it affects social, economic, and cultural realities. So, this graph shows the growth in human population. Human population has increased from 1 billion in 1800 to 7 billion in 2000. Now, this map shows the density population. The word density population means number of people living in a square kilometer of area. So, distribution of population describes the location and the number of people living in the Earth's surface. It can be represented by population density map. This is population density map. Okay, so different colors are used to represent the number of people living in a square kilometer of area. The world's population distribution is uneven. Sparsely populated areas tends to be difficult places to live, means either they are hilly areas or remains snow covered throughout the year. Okay, they are not suitable for human settlement to settle, whereas the places which are densely populated have favorable climate like India and plains. This map shows pattern of population distribution in the world using different shades of color. It shows that 3 regions have world's largest population densities and they all lie in the Eurasian landmass. White color shows that population density is 20 persons per square kilometer of area. Okay, so darker the color means the density is increasing. Like here in India, density is 415 persons per square kilometer. The area around China, Korea, Japan holds about 1/4 of the world's population, nearly 1.3 billion in China alone. The map shows that population is concentrated in island nations of Southeast Asia. India lies at the center of South Asian clusters with Pakistan, Bangladesh, and Sri Lanka. This area has one of the greatest concentration of people on the earth with 1.5 billion people. This is also a region with a rapidly growing population. The capacity of the region is to support this population has already been exceeded. Most people here are engaged in primary economic activities like agriculture, okay, rearing of animals. Europe is the third more populated region with around 700 million people. Unlike 2 regions mentioned above, the terrain and the environment are not as important in determining the population distribution. Another contrast lies in the fact that the majority of the European population lives in cities and towns, leaving the rural countryside more open and sparsely populated. These contrasts with the Eastern and the South Asian clusters are a result of the Industrial Revolution that took place in Europe over 200 years ago. Macau is somewhere here, children. So the highest population density is 28.2 square kilometer. That is, population is 456,989. That is, you can say 45 lakh. Okay, people are living here. Density is 16,205 people per square kilometer. Macau is located on the western coast of China. It is almost entirely urban with most food, water, energy supplies. It can be asked why Macau has the highest density. So because of the food, water, energy supplies here. Tourism and manufacturing is also one of the factor to for the concentration of population here. Based on the above information, we can say that the world's population distribution is divided into 3 main groups. Areas of low density, that is less than 10 people per square kilometer. Example include that is Sahara Desert, or you can say Canada. Okay, and Then areas of medium density means 10 to this one 20 to 45. Okay, people are living in a per square kilometer of area. Example includes California, South East Australia, and Nile Valley in Egypt. Areas of high density means people are more than 50 people are living in a square kilometer of area. Example, South Asia and Europe. So children, population density is the average number of people per square kilometer of area. It is a way of measuring the population distribution. It is affected by the size of an area. The same population size with large area will change the density of population. Population density is calculated along using the following formula, that is population density is equal to total number of people living in a per square kilometer area. Now children, question comes that why most of the people they live along the rivers. They live along the rivers because they need water to drink, wash, irrigate their fields, use water for various religious ceremonies, use boats in rivers to move from one place to another place. Okay children, I hope the topic is clear to you all. Thank you children.